Assalamu alaikum. Detroit, mine's number one. I've been witness that there is no God but Allah. And I've been witness that his messenger is Muhammad. I further bear witness that Elijah Muhammad is the messenger of God and Prophet Noah Ali is the prophet of Allah. I greet you in the greeting word of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Who do you believe in? So I believe in God. Yeah, that's what your mouth say. Well, I live a clean life. That's beautiful. Just need you to stay humble then. But when it's time to get jiggy and it's time to help, you need to either help physically or financially if you believe in God. Physically or financially. That's how we know if you believe in God. You seen that Iran? You seen that funeral? You seen that minister, whatever they call him over there, who gave the so-called eulogy? You seen them men, them grown, powerful, fearless men of God crying during the prayer. They were crying to God. Their general was assassinated. And if it wasn't social media, we wouldn't know this. This what's been going on for the last 500 plus years. The Caucasian has 6,000 years on our earth. Then he is to be removed by God himself. So those men who was up there crying, praying to God, I don't know how did they truly receive the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, because he was over there, and he said he went over there because Iran has a population of 80 million believers in God, who's looking for God, who's praying to Allah. And he wanted to show them, like he has been showing everyone, the power of Master Farah Muhammad. So I'm going to say it like this. The minister already said it. The Nation of Islam is the last thing standing in the way of this beast to contain him and eventually push his ass into a lake of fire. You can't do it. Your religion can't do it. Christianity cannot stand up to this wicked, physical Satan beast. You can't. You seen them men crying? They were crying to God. That's how you'll be crying when they get to coming, snatching your ass out your house and throwing you in concentration camps. They ain't gonna do us like that. Shit. It don't happen. Why would they do it? Because they are bankrupt. They have nothing else to do but to hope that we stay submissive and fearing to the doctrine of their Christianity, the belief in a slave master teaching, a man that killed you and I forefathers. The hour in time is up. So the way that it goes is time shapes things, real things. Like the sun, it brings the real color out of anything. Fire brings the real out. If it's wood, it's gonna burn up. If it's gold, it's gonna sustain it. So they are, this Caucasian, the USA, are shaping the world. It's to be, we are going to be, we are going to shape the world to what we want it to be. Now they assassinated this man. Now they all Arabs and Arabs or whatever they is. I don't know what to call them. Shit, they all call us niggas and slaves. Because we don't even know who we are. But they know that we are the gods of the universe. And the last name we were known by before they 100% conquered us was Moors. That's the last name of the so-called black race, Moors. But you have tribes before Moors. Anyway, we're the last thing standing. Because God wants you to know, I know you heard that he's a jealous God. Hell yeah, he's jealous. He loves you and I. And he's going to forgive you for any damn thing you did. Because you wasn't in your right mind. You wasn't in your proper person. But he's going to let the whole world know who he is. Because he's going to protect his baby nation. He's going to protect the misfits. Those that in the Bible says the last should be made first. He's going to protect them and defend them. So when this devil, Satan, makes a move on you, like the Nation of Islam. When they make their move on the Nation of Islam, brother, you gonna see God. Not the hocus pocus God. You gonna understand what them UFOs that you hear about are for. They are for you, to protect you. That's what they're for, brother. To protect you and I. To protect us in standing up in our proper self, saying that we know who we are now, God. We understand that we've been tricked and bamboozled and hoodwinked. It's clear. And it takes my generation to counsel this younger, village generation. But it takes my generation to come together. So I work hard in Detroit, man, to wake up my brothers, man, and that makes me a target. Government agents don't attack informants. Informants don't attack informants. Snitches don't attack informants. Agents don't attack snitches. It's those of us that speak the real, man, that's being prosecuted by Satan. But you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Because God is real, man. Master Farad Muhammad is real. We are taught after everything else fails, then comes Islam. Not the mystery God. Not this made up God that everybody's standing up on and claiming that God got my back. When they bomb your ass and come shoot your head man, assassinate him with unmanned machines, who are you gonna call on? This mystery God? This mystery God won't bring you no bread. You gotta go get your bread. This God that we speak of, man, he's real, brother. He's real. You say, well, God know my heart. Yeah, he know your heart because you should know his voice. You should know his calling. So if you know his calling and you don't try to help financially or physically, what the heck did this guy do? If you don't try to help financially or physically, then your fear has ruined you. And you may be used, and I'm not going to say that you are going to be used, but you may be used for wood, for the fuel of the fire for Satan. because God intends to. He told the Nation of Islam, he told the Honorable Elijah Muhammad how he intends to kill this Caucasian race, man. He said he's going to start a fire from the ceiling of the sky, and the fire is going to burn down. He said that he's going to box the Europeans in. The Caucasians going to box them in, brother. You can be across the street. He's going to box them in. And he's going to start a fire from the sky down. And he said the way that he's going to start this fire, he's going to spark atoms in the universe. He's going to spark atoms, and them atoms are going to start a fire, and it's going to burn downwards, brother. And anything that is not of God is going to be burnt up. This is what L. Ron Hubbard knows this too. That's why Dianetics is so powerful, because L. Ron Hubbard understood that at a certain time we are going to be removed. Anything that is not real is going to be removed. That is not attached to the solar system of the universe. That is not attached to God. Master Farad Muhammad, man, when they coming to, what's happening over there is going to happen over here, brother. Sister, it's going to happen over here. And I'm not on the scene talking the things that I'm talking like a Malcolm X or Khalid or Honorable Minister Farrakhan. These brothers were warning you. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't warn you. He came and told you what to expect. He told you that these things should come to pass. I'm not here though. I'm not a damn warner. I'm here to complete what God has set in motion over 6,000 years ago. And Honorable Minister Farrakhan has been a faithful warner and a faithful student of God, of the same God that I represent. So, the Nation of Islam, the teachings of it, that man, Master Farad Muhammad, not the Nation of Islam as you see it, Farrakhan and his children, Elijah Muhammad's children. No. I mean, with Farrakhan here, that's the man. That's the man of the sea and hour. The minister has built the nation up, man. We had 18-wheelers and, we had a lot of things. We don't have it now because the hypocrites have tore the Nation of Islam down as you see it. These agents and the former and hypocrites is tore it down. It's just a shell of a Nation of Islam because of the minister. The minister is the Nation of Islam. And I'm hoping that what he left, because he said he don't want it to be a great oratorial, mean a great speaking organization. He don't want that to be the history. It's not going to be the history. It would be the history if the minister was to leave things as they are. Oh yeah, that would be the history for sure. It's proven because nobody has reduplicated what he himself has done. Just like the disciples didn't do that with Jesus. They kept trying to reduplicate what Jesus done, and it took the Apostle Paul to come to exercise and put into reality that which Jesus was speaking of. The Nation of Islam. That's what Elijah Muhammad, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Master Farad Muhammad came to establish. A nation of Islam. Believing people, believing in God. We don't care if you're a Christian in the Nation of Islam, when it's ruling, Christians practice their religion, they believe in peace up under the nation of Islam. Assalamu alaikum.